Hi everyone, this is the work boxes for first grade. We've already been through a few days, so a few things he's already done. This is our history, and in our history I use the textbook from the state, so I just pretty much follow the lesson, and we have done... He's talked about the leaders, and we've done the leaders. He's doing like vocabulary words that he has to know, so I review those daily. We've already done find the states on a map, but I want him to know a little bit more of our state, so today we'll be doing just a little bit online review of our state. And here I'll put his work pages. So he did the one with the leader, and he did it all himself, and then the states, and he did that himself. And today we will be studying West Virginia, so he'll be doing this and learning about the flag and the shape of the state, you know, and that's it. And then tomorrow he has the presidents, so he'll learn about the presidents. We'll read from the textbook and then do the work page. And we will also be doing a page about Obama, so he'll read and then do a reading comprehension down here, and then over here is pretty much him writing what makes a good president, and I'm also going to ask him if he was president what he would do. So that's what we're going to do for that. And that would be it for this week. And then for science, we've been using these cards, and I found these at Dollar Tree. And all I've been doing is pretty much I'll cover like the tops of the cards, and he'll see the bottom, and he'll tell me if it's a carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore. And he's doing that as a game. I'm doing easy peasy lessons, as I've shown before. He's doing this for fun, and I only do it on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I do it once a week. So he did like this one a while ago. It's been a while. And then he did this one this week, and I asked him, you know, was it an omnivore, herbivore, etc., and he chose that, and then he puts the stickers, and he's in. And then it doesn't have many pages, which is why, as you can see, is why I only do it like once in a while, but he enjoys it. And then this is his notebooking for zoology. So what we did yesterday was about the tundra, and we read something about the tundra, and after we read it, we did these questions. The ones that are circled here are the ones that he was able to answer on his own, and then the other ones I had to help him with. And he wrote the stuff down on the crossword puzzle. So today we're doing the savannah, and he's got a map, and it's for the taiga, the map, so that's what he'll be doing. Savannah today and the taiga the next day. And then for Friday, we will be reading Sherman Swap Shells, just for a zoology reading book. I haven't read it before, so I don't know what it's about. All I know is he goes from home to home, and I want him to know about this because we came from Puerto Rico, and he knew about this. He knows a lot about shells and things like that, and I want him to know how they are bigger and smaller, and that they're homes for, you know, crabs and things like that. And then I have this board game that I printed out a while ago and kind of laminated with tape, and it's getting all messed up from it being folded for so long. But we'll be playing this game, and I will let you guys know how it is because I've never played it. I have no idea where I got it. I'm sorry, it doesn't even say it on here. I was looking for it. But maybe you can Google endangered animals and it might come out. I don't even know how I found it, but that's what we'll be playing for zoology. And that's it for our science and our history. Okay, so for spelling, today he has a test on his words, his old words, so we'll be doing that. I won't be doing extra, I'll just be doing the ones he has. And he's going to be beginning his new words, and he does his worksheet, and then he'll be putting them in ABC order, his cards that I have for him. And then tomorrow he will do rhyming with his words, and which is he'll have to find a word that rhymes with each of his words, and then he'll do his worksheet. And then he also has this game. So I'll be saying his word, and then he'll be spelling it out. If he spells it right, he gets to fill his little circle. And then if he gets it wrong, I get to fill my circle. So whoever has the most at the end of all the words is the winner. And we usually do candy bars when we do games. So that's what he does. And then he'll have this worksheet to play with this game. And I'm showing you all of them. I know, it'll be for next week, but just in case I don't get to do the video, you'll know what he's doing next week. And he's got the worksheet, and he'll be doing his words 3 times. So, which means he'll do 1 in pencil, 1 in crayon, and 1 in marker. And over here, the last one would be finding his words in his crossword puzzle and circling his vowels in his words. And then for last will be his spelling. So that's what he does with his new ones. And that would be spelling. Now for language arts, he's been using this. I printed this one out, for him to use if he doesn't know how to spell a word or something. And he's been using this, and if he doesn't know the word, I help him out, and then he writes it here and goes back to it whenever he needs it. So he'll be using that. He'll do a page from his workbook, which is that one. We don't do this every day, so I've been slacking off with this workbook because we've been doing so much with the other ones. But today he does a page from here. He's also doing his notebooking for his language arts, and we're going through punctuations for sentences. So he's matching the cards up for these. And they're not by words, they're just matching, and I'll tell him what it is and things like that. And for today, it's over here. So he will be finishing the asking sentences. So he's learning about asking sentences, and then he's going to be doing a worksheet about punctuation from Easy Peasy, and a worksheet from a different language arts books where he's going to be doing ABC order. And then for tomorrow, he does his work in here from the textbook, and then he does an Easy Peasy workbook page or printable that I did from Easy Peasy. And Easy Peasy I only use if it's the same type of stuff that's being done from the textbook. Otherwise, I skip the day or something like that. I don't really use Easy Peasy as my main. Draw and write, he's doing it once a week. He already did for this week, and he drew a snowman by following the work page. We read a little bit about how's the weather, and then he had to just write a sentence on his own. So that's what he did. And for grammar, I also use printables. So for grammar for today, he has, I really need to put like a paper clip or something. Yesterday he did. He read it on his own, and he answered true and false for the sentences. And today he has to circle the complete sentences from each. And then tomorrow he will be doing the words in the sentence that are in the right order. So he has to circle the sentences that have the words in the right order. And then one of the sentences that is wrong, he'll have to write it here and fix it. And that would be it for language arts. Sorry, I forgot to show what he's doing with his new words. So because today we're introducing the new words, I have his words here. And I use the little letters that his brother has, so he'll just be putting them, making his words out of these today. That's pretty much all he's doing for the first day of introduction for his words. For phonics, we are doing his lesson on FT and MP, and I mark, as you can see, the ones that he has trouble with when he reads them. So because he has more than 3, we do the lesson over. If he only gets 3, you know, I'll do the next lesson and then I'll review the lesson the next day. So that's what we're doing for phonics. We're going on to our lesson 28 of McGuffey Readers. So we'll just go over the words and he'll read the lesson. If he hardly makes any mistakes, I'll move on to lesson 29. If not, we'll stay on this lesson again. He's going to be reading Today I Will Fly. He will also be reading an Abika reader story, and this will probably do tomorrow. And a reading comprehension page. He does one today, and he'll do one tomorrow. Until we're done with these, I think there's like 10 of them, so he'll be doing these. And that's what he has for his reading and his phonics. So next is math. So for math, he's going to be doing his next page today. Well, today he's already done for math. So he pretty much wrote a subtraction story all on his own, and followed this word problem, solved it. And he did his textbook work page, and he did measuring, because we're working on measuring this week. Tomorrow, and he also did his coins as a review page and math adding as a review page. Tomorrow he'll be working on more or less, pretty much figuring out word problem, small word problem, and he'll be doing a review. He has to solve his own coin story problem, doing a little bit of math, and another measuring page. So that's what he has for tomorrow. He also worked on his putting these in order, because he's starting to forget the order they go in. He's working on these do dots that I made him index cards. He pretty much has to tell me 3 and 2 make 5, 1 and 4 make 5, and so forth, so on. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to help him out and knowing all that stuff by heart. And then he has 13 new flashcards for subtraction. So we're going through those until he learns them really well. And he's still working on his old flashcards, so he does these really fast. He also has a page for tomorrow. It's just a drill really fast to see how fast he can do it. And we did how much money with today's date. So pretty much circled. He circled the 12, and he just had to tell me how many 10 cents and how many cents in it. And we went through the 2 and the 15. And his favorite was the 12, so that's the one he picked, and he wrote it in cents here. So basically that's what he does with the dates every day. So he'll just figure out how many quarters and nickels and etc. And for tomorrow, we're also going to be playing this game that I made up. I basically took pink cards and wrote different amounts of money on them. I still have this whole worksheet that I want to make into money problems into cards like this. I just have to get some more from Lowe's. And anyways, he just has to tell me like how many pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters he needs to make that amount of money. So it's pretty much it for math. For Bible today, we read the story of the giants on the earth. And after he reads the story, we do our questions in the back, and we do those orally. So I'll just ask him the questions. It's usually like 5 or 6 questions that I ask him, and he'll be able to tell me. And then tomorrow, we will be reading about Noah built an ark. So that's for Bible. And then at the end of the day, we have this schedule. So Mondays we do logic, and Tuesdays we'll do music, Wednesdays computer, Thursdays file folder, and Fridays we do art. So for computers this week, he'll just be doing some typing. And for art, he has this thing that he can follow and do. For For Logic, he did Legos, so he just picks a card and just does like a little Lego challenge. And I printed these from online and some ideas I found online, and I just wrote them on little index cards. For art, we will also be doing a handprint because I want to do a calendar to have for next year. I might send it to my grandmother. So we'll be doing like August for art this week, and I'll do a few of them next week. So he'll be doing the sun for his hand. And then this was another activity. If he doesn't want to do that little puzzle thing where he draws by the cubes, he can just trace and color by using the tracing book. So he just pretty much picks a picture from here and traces it. And for